Thank you, Chair Sanders. I'm about to speak as a ranking member, of course representing Republicans, but also trying to represent the kind of concern regarding committee process and my responsibility as a ranking member to make sure that it's completed. With that said, for almost a decade and a half, this committee has worked past partisanship to produce meaningful legislation. And we, on both sides, have set apart 20% of where we disagreed to focus on the 80% where we agreed. But this means that for every markup, there is an agreement between the chair and ranking member for that which is considered. And nobody got everything they wanted all the time, but we got key legislative victories, and in so doing, the HELP Committee made lasting change. I will point out, this markup is different. This is the committee's first partisan markup since the Affordable Care Act in 2009. And abandoning a bipartisan approach which has defined our committee and has made it so productive at addressing issues facing our fellow Americans means that this legislation will not pass. And I'm saying that with no sense of victory. I'm just saying that it takes 60 votes to pass in the Senate. And whatever we produce will not get those 60 votes. And why? Because this is a deeply controversial and partisan set of bills that, again, will never be signed into law. Now, I'm the ranking member. We are all supposed to be concerned about the committee fulfilling its responsibilities. But we have 2 legislative days left before the July recess, and we don't have agreements in principle, nor agreements on key issues, or draft text for many important bipartisan programs that can matter a heck of a lot to both the Democrat and Republican members of this committee, and these programs are expiring in September. For example, we don't have an agreement on text for the Pandemic and All Hazards Preparedness Act reauthorization, which supports our nation's response to global pandemics. Negotiations are being held up because of drug policy demands that are completely outside the purview of PAPA. We don't have an agreed upon process for addressing the Support Act, which addresses our nation's opioid crisis. We don't have text or even basic agreement on funding levels for the reauthorization of community health centers or the National Health Center Service Corps to help troubling shortages in our nation's healthcare workforce. The chair had announced to Politico a few weeks ago that he's requesting roughly $131 billion for community health centers over 5 years. Current funding is $20 billion over 5. We don't have offsets. CBO has not scored this. If we're going to find offsets, we should have been working on this since January. But that said, all the staff time that has gone into this partisan markup is not being used for that. And the likelihood of successfully vetting and operationalizing policies to justify or pay for an over 5 times increase in funding, in addition to finding agreements on other reauthorizations that I mentioned, in the 16 days between now and what should be our deadline, which is the beginning of August recess, is, shall I say, slim. Instead, we're having a partisan hearing on labor bills, which will never be signed into law. Now, it's the majority's right to hold partisan hearings and markups that have a 0 chance of advancing beyond the markup. That's a prerogative, but it should not be at the expense of the bipartisan work that we're responsible to complete.
Good evening, friends. I have breaking news to share with you this Friday. Millions of Americans are set to receive financial aid tomorrow. Our federal government will be automatically delivering hundreds of dollars to low-income households. Residents in specific states will also see their monthly benefits boosted by up to $100. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for everything that you need to know. Also, in a video later today, I will be announcing the winners of today's Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. The federal government will begin issuing its next round of SNAP payments to recipients in July. with the first round set to begin in just 2 days. Recipients usually see their SNAP benefits reloaded on the same day each month, with the date depending upon a recipient's Social Security number or last name. The first 4 states that start reloading SNAP benefits are Vermont, Alaska, North Dakota, and Rhode Island. All low-income households receiving food stamps in those 4 states will receive their payments on July 1st. The remaining 46 states and the District of Columbia will receive their payments throughout the month of July, with some beginning as early as July 1st and as late as July 10th. In the state of Missouri, large families will be able to obtain a maximum payment of up to $4,223 per month, since the SNAP program grants an extra $211 for each additional member, up to a maximum of 20 people by family. The state is preparing to launch a new pilot program aimed at encouraging Rhode Islanders who receive SNAP benefits to eat more healthier. The pilot program is designed to incentivize healthy eating by offering 50 cents for every dollar which is spent on fresh fruits and vegetables. The fruits and vegetables must be purchased with the SNAP recipient's electronic benefits card in order to qualify. Representative David Morales told reporters that the incentive program will boost the amount of money that recipients have on their EBT cards, adding that they will see an increase of upwards to $30 a month. Just hours after the Supreme Court struck down the president's student loan forgiveness plan, the White House came back this Friday with several other avenues to support student loan borrowers. The Biden administration is seeking to provide debt relief under the Higher Education Act of 1965 and has initiated that regulatory process. Additionally, the Education Department is creating a temporary 12-month on-ramp repayment program that removes the threat of default if student loan borrowers miss payments once they restart in October. And lastly, the administration finalized a new income-driven repayment plan that they called the most affordable repayment plan in history. The goal is to ease some of the financial strain that many borrowers face when it comes to their student loans, and is a direct response to the Supreme Court's decision earlier today. President Biden said this Friday during a press briefing, "I believe the Supreme Court's decision to strike down student debt relief was a mistake. It was wrong. This new plan will take longer, but it's the best path that remains." The Education Secretary initiated a rulemaking process in an effort to create an alternative path to debt relief for as many working and middle-class borrowers as possible. The White House fact sheet did not make clear if the Biden administration is pursuing the same forgiveness plan parameters that the court struck down. Under that plan, the federal government planned to forgive $10,000 for individuals who made less than $125,000 a year, and for households that earn less than $250,000 annually. An additional $10,000 in forgiveness goes to those who receive need-based Pell Grants. The administration also unveiled a plan to help borrowers when they restart their paused payments in October. For 12 months, borrowers will not be penalized for late, missed, or partial payments. Borrowers do not have to take any action to qualify for this program. The payments will start to be due, and interest will still accrue during the 12 months, but the interest will not capitalize at the end of the on-ramp period. Student loan borrowers who miss payments won't be reported to credit bureaus, will not be considered in default, and will not be referred to a collection agency for those payments. But the Biden administration encouraged borrowers who can't afford to pay their payments to do so. Student loan borrowers in repayment can also enroll later this summer before monthly payments restart. Borrowers who sign up or already signed up for the revised pay-as-you-earn plan will be automatically enrolled in the new plan. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about the Supreme Court striking down President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Friday. Thank you, dear friends, for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway in a video later today. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.